Hello. As I'm trying to finish eating my granola bar. Welcome to another Rich Alvarez stream. Today, quite simple, I realize I need to turn the light on. There we go. Today is going to be quite simple. It's just chatting with Rich Alvarez, kind of like, the just chatting on Twitter, which means that I'm not going to be playing a game. I'm not going to be doing anything super clever. I'm just going to be chatting with you guys, talking, having a wonderful evening. we got some people in the chat here. We've got Coleman Chu, Tobias Shield, Xander Brown, Nacho Taco, Nicholas Patton. Got quite the lovely audience of folks. So, yeah, go ahead, ask some questions. This is like super informal. It's just going to be a whatever. There we go, just plugging the mouse in. Anyways, yeah. Twitter has a just chatting feature. Oh, sorry. I said Twitter. I meant Twitch. Sometimes my brain gets all confuzzled. Twitch has a just chatting thing that they do if like you're not playing a game and you just want to talk. It's called just chatting on Twitch. Yeah. So, whatever you guys want to talk about today, we can talk about. You can ask me questions about Stupid Mario. Ask me anything. Just don't ask me about my eye, as you'll notice that it's a little puffier than this eye because this eye is a little infected, but it'll be okay. It'll heal up in a couple of days. Anyways, Nacho Taco wants to ask, how is your movie script going? It's going okay. It's been a little tough to work on it with work, and then I had to watch the fourth season of Cobra Kai, and I had to watch the second season of The Witcher, so I haven't gotten around to the movie script a whole lot, but it is coming. I'm still hoping to get it finished in the next couple of months because if I could start getting into production and what I want to say, well, I mean, ideally, I'd like to film it in the summer, but that's only if I can get the script finished in a timely basis. And then, like, we haven't even talked about like what it would take to get this movie done, like if we need to fundraise or not. And I don't know if you guys are just burned out fundraising for Matt stuff or what, but we'll get there when we get there. But good question. Good question. I am working on the script. Chris says the bot is live, so if you want to do an exclamation mark like. Or no, that's something that we do. If you want to do a exclamation mark blooper such as this, I'll do it over here. So if you do exclamation mark blooper such as this, you do exclamation mark blooper, and then eventually the bot will say, I roll with gangs for $20 for Mona. So there's a whole bunch of those. I can't remember all of them, but there are quite a few of those if you discover them. Chris will probably actually tell you exactly what they are. So, anyways, yeah, just having a grand old time here. Keenan Bentley Todd says, "Whatever happened to YouTube News?" YouTube News, we used to do it with Matt. Several years ago, Matt moved away, and it made it basically impossible for us to do it. I guess we could have done it without Matt, but that didn't feel right. So, yeah, I mean, Matt just lives on the other side of the country, so we just stopped doing it. Oh, thank you very much, Chris. Chris super chatted $2 and says, super chat for streaming consistently this week. Well, thank you. I have been streaming every day, and hopefully we'll continue to at least, I don't know if I can keep up streaming every day, but I will stream as many days as I possibly can. But thank you, Chris, for your super chat. When are you going to get really good at Fortnite and make millions of YouTube views? I found out that I'm too good at the game, laughing my ass off. I've never played Fortnite, And generally, I don't want to. It doesn't seem like a game I'd really be into. But yeah, I know that Fortnite is super popular. But the thing is, Minecraft is also extremely popular, and that's a game I am good at. And when I stream that, I get like 20 people in. So I don't know, just popular game plus live stream doesn't always equal success, I think, you know. But I don't know, maybe one of these days I will try Fortnite. I don't know. Oh, sorry, Scott. Exclamation mark Richie sucks is not one of the prompts, apparently. Scott says Stream Element's not working for me. Whoops. Killjoy says, Scott dog, I was about to delete. Let's see here. Yep, Scott's back at it again. Here's a question we get every so often. Do we plan on doing Luigi versus John Marston? No. It was a joke then, and it's a joke now. It's never going to happen. Oh, have you played Immortals Phoenix Rising? It's a great game if you ask me. I have not. I'm so sorry. Xanderbrow has super chatted and says, would you rather film a comedy sketch or a fight scene? It depends on the context. Generally, I'd rather be filming comedy sketches because that's a complete video. We've done some fight scenes that were kind of complete videos, and those are okay, but those are a lot more work. I would say that filming like a big complicated fight scene, especially if it has special effects and everything, we're talking about like a whole day to film and then like at minimum 2 weeks to edit versus a comedy video that we can film in like 2 hours and I can have it online like that day, you know, like, so generally I'd rather be filming comedy in general. I got another super chat from Sir Aaron, I believe it's pronounced, or it could be Aaron, or it's probably Aaron. Have you ever tried comic dubs with Chris? I specifically want you to do Super Mario Prankster Bros 1 and 2. Comic dubs. Super Mario Prankster Bros 1 and 2. I don't know what Super Mario Prankster Bros is. Is the comic dubs, is that kind of like you know, bad lip reading, or would you just want us to dub over another person's video? Give me more specifics. That does sound interesting, but give me more specifics. Super cool. Yeah. Anthony Plamondon says, hi, Rich. I just started to play Sea of Thieves lately after seeing you guys having a blast with it, and I had lots of fun fighting the Megalodon. Haha. Yes, that is quite a fun game, or it is quite a fun game. Okay, Sir Aaron says dubbing a comic. Okay, so Super Mario Prankster Bros is a comic. Is that like a fan made? I mean, it would have to be a fan made comic, right? So we'd have to give credit to the original comic, of course. I'm not against dubbing a comic. I mean, that's something that we've talked about a lot here. Archie and me were creating a comic a long time ago. We were creating a comic, which was Fallout Elwood, which we ended up doing a show, and now it's being written as a book series by myself. But yeah, I'm not against dubbing comics. I'll look into that. I will look into that. That sounds potentially awesome. So Super Mario Prankster Bros 1 and 2. Is it just the 2 comics? Did they stop it after 2? Are they planning more? Let me know. I'm very interested in that. Very interested. Let's see. It's fan stuff, specifically says Coleman Shoe. And yes, Sir Aaron said fan made. So that's what that is. You take a comic and do the voices based on the speech bubbles. Okay. Is the comic dubbing, is that like catching on? I feel like this is a thing that people do. Because otherwise I feel like you guys wouldn't be mentioning it. But man, dubbing comics, that's like, it's like one of those things where it's like, if that's becoming a popular thing now, it's one of those things where I see something become popular and I'm like, that is something that I should have done before it was popular. Cause like, that's definitely something that we can do. And I go crazy sometimes like, oh, I can't believe I didn't do that first. I even like jokingly thought about doing that first in a lot of circumstances because we were talking about dubbing comics years ago. But anyway, Super Mario Prankster Bros. I will look into it. That sounds like fun. Definitely a possibility. Have I ever played Mario and Luigi Superstar Saga RPG? I've played many of the Mario and Luigi RPGs, and I believe but specifically Super Mario and Luigi Superstar Saga, I have definitely played. Rich, what really happened with Super Mario Bros. Episode 27? I've been wondering this for years as an editor. These are the things I wonder about. I don't remember. You'll have to believe what I said in the video because right now I don't remember. We have a super chat from Xander Brow. I'm old. SMB ended a while ago. You taught me well, YouTube sensei. And thank you, grateful student. And thank you for the super chat as well. Obviously, guys, this is a chat, and I'm obviously going to have to skip some comments if I'm going to do this in a timely fashion. So obviously, super chats get first priority because people paid for them. But I will try to get to as many as I can. So once again, Xander Brown, thank you for your super chat. Coleman Chu says, there's the comic. And I think that there was supposed to be a link in there, but links don't really work in YouTube chat. Jet Force Gemini, I have played. That's an old Rareware game from the N64. A very underrated game. Very underrated game. Let's see here. You guys are in the same bracket of Nintendo legacy creators. It'd be an impressive collab. Okay, yeah. Again, I'll try to reach out to the who makes the Mario Prankster comics. Who makes those? Let's see. Comic Dubs has been popular. I think it got traction during the Undertale days. That makes sense. Yeah. Did you guys pre-order Pokemon Legend Arceus? No, quite the opposite. I'm waiting for that game to come out and someone to tell me if it's good or bad before I buy it because I've seen the trailers and I'm not impressed so far. I love the idea of more Pokemon lore. Like I love like the wooden Pokeballs and like the idea of like a of like a prequel for all that. But the game itself looks like crap right now. So I'm hoping that it'll look better when the game's finished, but I don't know. Right now, I'm not impressed. We have another super chat from someone. Hold on. It's from Xanderbrow again. What gives you the drive to keep going? What an excellent question. What gives me the drive to keep going? Utter insanity. Probably. No. It's more like sometimes, to be honest, TBH. Sometimes sometimes, and this probably goes for a lot of people, sometimes I can't find the drive to keep going. Sometimes it's hard to find the drive to keep going. But ideas will always come to me. I'm always getting ideas. That's probably the drive that keeps me going, honestly, is I get way too many ideas and I have to do one of them once in a while, so just, when I think of an idea that I feel like is good enough for the YouTubes, then we do it, I got a lot of, and again, I know I've said this many times, but I will eventually make a separate channel just for like my music stuff because I'm always getting great music ideas and doing some music stuff. And I really need to do that. Yeah. But yeah, just ton of ideas. Scott says Julian got a job as a nuclear scientist in South Korea. That is not true, but wonderful story, Scott. Wonderful story indeed. Let's see here. Oh, here's a question for you, Mr. Scott Otter. Hi, Scott. Hope you've been doing good. Are you good, Scott? Have you been good? Scott says the backdrop is looking nice. Oh yeah, I've got tons of stuff. I had the camera more angled up so you could actually see my YouTube trophy and everything, but then I realized it's kind of like high up there, and you couldn't see my face when the comments were coming up. So on Chris's suggestion, I had to lower the camera so that way you could actually see my head still while these comments are going on. So I don't know, I might move a lot of these pictures down or something. I don't know. What kind of music did you both grow up with? I'm assuming this is a question for me and Chris. So Chris is kind of like in and out, and he's just in the text chat. Um, let's see here. I grew up around my house. We had like, CDs and of course a vinyl player with records. I grew up with a lot of Beatles music, and I really loved, the Beach Boys and like, 60s rock. 60s rock was really huge for me growing up, and as an adult I still love all that stuff, but I'm also really big into like indie music. Like I really love Geo Wolf, which is, again, as I've mentioned before, it's a band that most of you have probably never heard of, but Geo Wolf is a great band. Look up Saltwater by Geo Wolf, great song. Look up My Resignation by Geo Wolf. Anything by Foster the People. Well, anything from Foster the People from their first album, and then like 2 or 3 songs from like every album after that. But their first album, Torches, great album. The band The Drums had some great stuff on their first couple albums. Really great stuff. Anyways, let us see here. What should I pull from next? What are you guys working on for YouTube, or is streaming you are calling? Right now, streaming it's the most accessible, easiest thing to do. But as I've mentioned, I am writing my movie script, and that will probably be the next big project I do. That's but we'll get there when we get there. I'll have a much more detailed video about that when that script is finished. Because right now it's like just mostly an idea until the script is finished. So you're getting really behind on comments here, of course. Oh boy. Let's see here. Oh, well, I think I went too far up, actually. Do you ever see yourself making a legitimate music artist? Am I going to make a legitimate music artist? I could see myself as a legitimate music artist if I spent more time working on my music, which I'm hoping to do, actually. And we have a super chat from Xanderbrow. Thank you again, Xanderbrow. I still think Wario vs. Darkness would win a prize in a Saber competition if you entered it. Well, I feel like, aren't there like statute of limitations on those sorts of things? Like that was so long ago, especially, or if you're, I think you're talking about the one from Stupid Mario Brothers, the movie, right? From like 2009. That's like 13 years ago. I don't know. I don't think there's so many great saber fights out there now. Like, I don't know, even if they allowed it, but I believe that it's so old they probably wouldn't allow it. I think I would assume. Let's see here. Angel Lima says, "You are my childhood. I used to watch your Stupid Mario Bros. Videos." Well, thank you for coming. Thank you for being a fan. And thank you for sticking around. Let's see here. Oh, Chris pointed out a great thing. We have over 40 people watching and only 30 likes. Those are rookie numbers. Let's get those likes up. Don't forget to like this video. It's how the world goes around, at least according to YouTube. Your video doesn't exist unless it has more likes than views for some reason. That's just the way that it is. Games Are One Desire is my favorite of your songs. It's a good choice. Games Are One Desire. Super good, super good. Let's see here. We got another super chat from Xanderab. Project Richard appeared in my nostalgia today. Oh, fun. Fun fact, used to have a secondary, I mean, I guess it still exists. I just don't post on it. I had a second channel called Project Richard and did a few things on it and then never touched it again. But yeah, it's just where some older videos were, I guess. Yeah. Yeah. Chris then said, thanks for all the likes, everyone. We got our likes up to 39. Let's get those likes up a little bit more, everybody. Yeah, Brick Benjamin says, I remember Project Richard. Oh, I have to ask, but what did you think about Spider-Man No Way Home? I mentioned this a little bit in the last stream, but I realize not everybody can make it to every stream, and you're going to miss things that I say, and not everybody has the time to watch older streams too. I am going to make, in fact, that's almost what I did today, was do my Spider-Man review. But I don't know, maybe I don't even need to do a Spider-Man review. I liked it a lot. It was my favorite movie of 2021, and I was blown away by it. I don't really, I mean, any more than that, and I would just be deep diving into everything. Unless you want me to deep dive into everything, I can absolutely do that and was considering doing that. But the short answer is it was amazing and awesome. So, yeah. What is Doug up to nowadays? Did he really become a lawyer? No, he did not become a lawyer. What is he up to nowadays? Not doing videos with me. No, he's good. I just saw him over Christmas break. He's doing real well, but he doesn't live here anymore either. Petition for Rich to post on what would I put? It would just be this. It would just be more of this. And I could be doing more of this here on the Rich Alvarez channel. I don't think so. Oh, AK is here. Hello, AK. Stepped away to make some food, but now I can chat. I don't have any questions. No, AK, you must have some burning questions somewhere down in the pit of your soul. There must be something. You must find a question. Well, according to our top 10 Mario video we did, what, last year or something? It is Super Mario 64. Although it was, for me, it's pretty much neck and neck with Super Mario World. Super Mario 64 beats it just by a touch. And if you want to know more about that, you should watch me and Chris's top 10 Mario games video. In fact, I almost, besides the Spider-Man video, I almost did a Mario tier list because, you know, that was like we made a traditional top 10 video with all the videos of the games and everything, which is great, better produced in my opinion, but that's not what's trendy today. But I will probably also make a Mario game tier list because that's what people are doing. Yeah. Hey, Richie, just wanted to say that I've been a big fan of you guys since SMB. My question for you is this: what are your thoughts on the new Star Wars game coming up? Which one? I'm trying to think. There's a couple that are coming. Let me know. Just let me know. And I probably don't have a lot of thoughts, except for, I look forward. I try not to get my hopes up, right? Because the last 10 years or so of Star Wars games, not great in my opinion. Like I grew up loving Shadows of the Empire, and like the Jedi Academy games and like all that stuff. Those games were great, but we just haven't had a Star Wars game that I love in a long time. I'm, Knights of the Old Republic, they're doing that remake. I'm excited for that, but I don't know about anything else, Are you guys? Well, we were never actually afraid of lawnmowers. That was just a video. Would you ever consider making more videos for the more mature audiences on Project Richard again? Yes, I know that was like the original intention of Project Richard, but it turns out when I make videos, I generally don't make them for mature audiences. I'm not Mr. Game of Thrones over here. My stuff tends to be pretty funny and, whatever. Like I don't like I feel like I have to try to be more like crude. Well, the movie I'm writing right now is slightly more crude probably than what you're used to on the Rich Alvarez channel, but I wouldn't consider it for mature audiences. If it was getting a rating, I would say it's probably PG-13 still. We'll see. But a good question. Definitely do a deep dive. Really want to hear your thoughts. Talking about Spider-Man, I assume. A mango, not bored anymore, is 13 years old. Yes, it is. That is an old video from during the early season 1 days of Stupid Mario, right, or something like that. Well, it's more like it's almost it's. Let me think here. I think that it would be 14 years old, Brooke, because I think that came out in early 2008, and now it's 2022. So I believe that that video is about four. I want to say it's about 14 years old. So if I had had a child instead of making that video, I would have a 14-year-old child right now. Hmm. That's how old I am. All right. Would like to see Richie, Chris, Matt, Doug, and Julian back in the same room. Reminds me of RMA Christmas. You know, I have in the last couple of months, I've been in the same room as Chris. I've been in the same room as Doug, and I've been in the same room as Julian. I have been in the same room as Chris and Doug at the same time, and I've been in the same room with Chris and Julian at the same time, but I've never been in the same room with all of them, and I haven't been in the same room with Matt for 2 years. We stream together online all the time, but he's busy on the East Coast. And, you know, of course, there's been the pandemic, so he hasn't been able to get over here. So just haven't seen him in person, but I talk to him all the time. Have you been, someone's late to the stream. Have you been working on any films recently? Yes, I'm still writing my movie script. More details on that in the coming months. My favorite season of Stupid Mario Brothers was probably season 4, believe it or not, because I feel like that's where the quality, camera work, special effects, I feel like that's where everything really picked up. I know you guys have nostalgia for the earlier seasons, but from my point of view, that's the best season. It's also where I feel like my comedy really kind of came in tune, you know. And again, you guys will like the more slapsticky, kind of chaotic comedy of the early seasons, or so it seems you guys appreciate those for those reasons. But for me, I really like the more fine-tuned comedy of season 4, personally, you know. Nacho Taco says, Galaxy is my favorite Mario game. I got a question. Would you go crazy for $20? Not really. Let's see here. Looking for more question. Have you ever played on a Nintendo DS, and what is your favorite DS game, if you ever even played on one that is, lol? I did have a DS back in the day, and it's been so long, I can't really remember what my favorite DS game is, but I do remember, it's like the games I remember is like the Mario 64 remake, the Star Fox remake. It's just like they ported a lot of Nintendo 64 games to the DS, and I had fun with those, but I can't remember an original DS game that I really enjoyed. Can't think of one. Yeah, it was an interesting era of gaming. I think that the 3DS did better and had better games, but I don't know. I was always more of a console than a portable person, you know. And in the last several years, I'm more of a PC guy than anything else. Let's see here. You guys are crazy who like Mario Sunshine the best. What can Brown do for you? Anything you desire. Star Wars Eclipse. Yeah, I did see the Eclipse trailer. Again, it looks interesting, but Star Wars Battlefront 2 from EA looked interesting and ended up being a huge pile of crap. So, again, this is why I say for most things in my life now, I need to see it to believe it. So if when it comes out, just like Pokemon Arceus or whatever, I need to see it to believe it. You know, we'll see. I also enjoyed the ending in episode 75. Some would say we should have just stopped right there, but instead we made 2 more Mario shows and another movie. Here we go. Richie, are you enjoying the Book of Boba Fett? I know it's only been one episode, but it's already amazing to me. I love the Book of Boba Fett. That first episode, I loved to death. I really loved how it went back and forth between what's happening right after Mandalorian season 2, and how we actually got to see how Boba escaped the Sarlacc pit. If you guys aren't watching the Book of Boba Fett, watch the Book of Boba Fett. I'm staying up past midnight tonight to watch episode 2. Man, I didn't mention that in my video today. Whoops. Hey, if you guys aren't watching my comic movie dumps, then you should probably be watching those. They're not on the Rich Alvarez channel, so you'll have to find them. And I'm not going to promote it here on this stream, but I will promote our Discord, because I do promote those videos on our Discord. So if you guys are not on our Discord, let's see, I think I'll just go exclamation point Discord. I think that's how I bring that up. If you guys are not on our Discord, get on our Discord. We share a lot, like people share videos that they make on Discord. We share a lot of ideas on Discord. I also share a lot of videos that I make on other channels, specifically my job, on Discord. So if you want to know a lot of what I do that isn't here on the Rich Alvarez channel, you got to get on the Rich Alvarez Discord. And that was a major push for the Discord. Oh, I did enjoy Jedi Fallen Order. That's true. That was a good one. For you and Chris, what was the funniest moment you both experienced while filming any RMA videos? What made it so memorable? I don't know. We talk about this all the time. Chris comes up with some great ones, and all I can think about is the time I hurt my back. Well, I hurt my back many times during filming. And it was funny for everyone but me. The blood, red, oh, my back. It hurt like hell. Anyways, yeah. Okay, we've got. I'll have to come back to these. I'm like 7 minutes behind in comments, but I'm going to skip to the super chat because it's a super chat. Chris says, super chat because I just noticed I'm in a pic on your wall. Can you hold that pic closer to the camera and show the viewers what that award was for? Interesting, Chris. I think you're referring to this one. So here is a cool, like me and Chris are kind of like in the background behind the words. It says, you delivered the audience, now we deliver the awards. To commemorate your milestone on YouTube subscribers, please accept our congratulations and custom YouTube award in addition to the virtual blah, 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 some stuff from a long time ago. We know that you will continue to create amazing content and bring in more fans, so we will keep looking for new ways to reward you. Thank you for being astounding. Sincerely, Tom Pickett, Vice President of and Global Head of Content Operations, YouTube. This was something that they gave us from YouTube. Very cool. And now I have to put this back somehow. Cool. All right. Yes, that was from YouTube, specifically Tom Pickett, head of global content operations, at least back in whatever year we got that award. And I guess, well, I'm not going to bring that down because that would be a pain in the ass, but that is my silver YouTube button for 100,000 subs or whatever. Okay. Oops, gotta lower that more. There we go. Cool. What YouTubers? What YouTubers do I watch? I watch a lot of Mr. Sunday movies. I love, they cover, like games, movies, TV shows. They kind of stick around like a lot of the pop culture stuff. His name is James. He's from Australia and he has a cool Australian accent. And he just makes a lot of really great content. He does have like 3 editors that work for him, so it's easy for him to pump out content. And if he can afford it, because he's got, millions of views and everything. I actually applied to be an editor for him a couple years ago, but I never got a response. He's still my favorite, though. He's still my favorite YouTuber. Do you like JonTron? JonTron makes like one video a year, but back in like the heyday of like I want to say 2013, 2014, I was watching JonTron all the time. Killjoy says, "I like your shirt." Why, thank you. It is, and I'll get out of this. This is a Mickey Mouse shirt. I don't remember when I got it, but I definitely got it in the last 5 years because it's an extra large. Uh, but yeah, it's really cool. It's like all pre-faded and everything. Really cool Mickey Mouse shirt. I'm a big Disney fan. Obviously, as I point to, this is not Disney, but this is owned by Disney. This is owned by Disney. Star Wars, Marvel. Anyways, if you like Star Wars and you like Marvel, you just might be a Disney fan. Will you guys ever do a reunion episode? I mean, the closest we'll probably get is the stream, like the stream we just did, the 14th anniversary stream. Because getting all of us here in person, probably never going to happen just because we're all adults with lives. Some of us have kids. I don't know. Just it would be hard. Let's see. Hey, Rich, been a fan of your work since Super Mario Brothers. My question is there any Marvel characters you would like to have a show on Disney Plus or spinoffs? Good question. Let me think. That's tough. I really think that well, I mean, they've done some amazing. I know that they've done some amazing stuff, and they keep it pretty light. Like Loki is probably the most expensive show because he's got powers, and they did the whole time travel stuff, and that's why they have to keep shows like that at 6 episodes. Like Wanda was 9 episodes, but they didn't really show off her powers all that much until the later half of the season. I mean, honestly, to answer your question though, I would love for Spider-Man to actually just have a show, because as much as I love Spider-Man movies, I'm these again, The Sopranos changed the game, because if you look at TV before The Sopranos, it's just soap operas, sitcoms, and reality TV junk. And then, like, I don't know, some primetime cop shows, MASH. Like, but my point is, like, The Sopranos was like, you can have a weekly show, be cinematic quality. And then everything tried to copy The Sopranos after that. Without The Sopranos, there'd be no Breaking Bad or literally anything you probably watch on streaming or TV today. There would definitely be no Game of Thrones without The Sopranos. But my point is, I'm getting on a huge tangent here. The point is, because we have high quality TV shows with movie style budgets, I don't think it's too out of the realm of possibilities for there to be a Spider-Man show and do it well. But they just wouldn't do it because they could make more money on movies. Do make more money. Spider-Man just was the first movie in 2 years to make over $1 billion. So yeah, you can make $1 billion. You're gonna get a lot of subscribers on streaming, and that is money in the long run. But you're not going to get $1 billion for one movie on streaming, or certainly not a show. Perhaps, at least not in the in the short term. No, in the long term, maybe. But yeah, Spider-Man is my favorite, so I would hope for Spider-Man. And I know that there is a new freshman year animated Spider-Man show coming to Disney Plus. I'm excited for that. Other than that, all of my favorite characters have pretty much already been in a movie, or they're going to be in movies. Howard the Duck deserves his own Disney Plus show. We got another super chat from Xander Brow. Says, who would the Avengers be in the Mario universe? Mario would be Iron Man. I disagree. I think Mario, I mean, again, it's unfair to make these comparisons because these characters are completely different. But if we're going to go just based on like their qualities as a fighter, and maybe as far as a diatribe of leadership goes, or what have you, I would say that Mario would be closer to Captain America. I would say that Samus would be the Iron Man of the Super Smash Brothers world. And then like Link would be the Hawkeye because he can shoot arrows. The Hulk, Donkey Kong, Black Widow would be Bayonetta, probably the closest thing there. And then Thor would be like, I don't know, probably someone from Fire Emblem. Whoever has the most godlike powers in Fire Emblem, that would be Thor. Something like that. Something like that. Brooke says Waluigi would be Hawkeye. Well, I was thinking outside the Mario box and taking it more to the whole like Nintendo universe. If anything Spider-Man show gets rebooted, I think it should be the Spectacular Spider-Man. I don't know. I was a big fan of the 90s Spider-Man cartoons, specifically the Fox Kids show from like 94 to I want to say 98. I thought that was great. There have been some good cartoons since then, but ultimately, it hasn't been as good. Maybe that's my nostalgia goggles. I don't know. Thor would be Pitt. I don't know. Maybe there is no comparable Nintendo character to Thor. Did I see? Oh, of course. Again, what kind of Spider-Man fan would I be if I hadn't seen Into the Spider-Verse? Of course, I've seen Into the Spider-Verse. It was awesome. Yep, 94 Spider-Man. That's the way to go. Wario would be Spider-Man. I don't see that at all. In what ways are the qualities of Spider-Man and Wario? No. Truly, there is no one, at least right now, no one I can think of. There is no one in the Nintendo universe of characters that is anything like Spider-Man, really. No, there is no Spider-Man equivalent. There's no Spider-Man equivalent anywhere. There is only Spider-Man. There's certainly no Nintendo character that compares to Spider-Man on any level. Ness could have, if they were going to do like an Earthbound thing, would be cool. I wish that I could show you the Godzilla onesie I have in my closet. But yes, I like Godzilla. I like Godzilla a lot. Do I think Spider-Man 2 is the best movie? I mean, out of Spider-Man movies, it's definitely not the best movie. Honestly, I think that it would have been fair to say that Spider-Man 2 is the best Spider-Man movie before No Way Home. But at least in my mind, without a doubt, No Way Home is the best Spider-Man movie for many, many reasons. How did you and Chris officially meet? I was a senior in high school. He was a sophomore in high school. I was the TA of his advanced literature class. And I already knew Doug from community theater. And I knew Matt from community theater as well. I just hadn't known Chris yet. And then Doug and Chris were working on a King Arthur project. And I was the TA, and I decided to help them. And by help them, I made a video with them. And then we decided we all liked making videos together. That's pretty much it. Where is the Amazon link to that onesie? I'm asking for a friend. I don't know. I haven't been able to find the same one, but it was a thing I got several years ago. Yes, Sandra Brown, mangoes do rule, in fact. Was that high school prep video y'all's first saber duel? I think I had made like personal saber videos just to experiment, but that was the first one that people saw for sure. What Marvel or DC character would you like to play in a movie? I mean, like, it's not that I don't believe in my acting ability. I just don't think I look like any of the Marvel or DC characters. I would probably voice Howard the Duck if I got the opportunity. Yeah. Hmm. Do I have a favorite sport? Well, I played football in high school, um, but I don't really have favorite sport these days. I mean, if my dad's watching football, I'll watch it with him. It's pretty much the only sport I can tolerate watching. Um, how was high school like in the early 2000s? Most of us didn't have phones. You know, everybody's walking around. There were no smartphones back then. And if you were lucky, you had a crappy Nokia flip phone. And I think I got one my senior year, maybe. Um, internet was not wildly available like it is today. There was no such thing as Bluetooth, there was no such thing as Wi Fi. It was a different world. If you had a question, you had to go find someone that knew the answer to that question because Google, unless you're at the computer lab where there were computers in Google, you didn't have Google right on at your hip to answer your questions. You had to learn things and figure things out on your own, and we were better for it. Now I just sound like an old person. Is it hot outside at this time of the year, or is it chilly? It's very cold. It is winter time here. It is very, very cold. I believe where right now it is. Let me refresh. It's like I don't know. It's like 48 degrees Fahrenheit, by the way. All right. Well, I think that that is going to do it for me for now. Thank you, everyone who joined me today and just kind of having this super chillax, relaxing time. Just super, just Q&A, basically, just nothing planned. Thank you. I will try to stream again this week if possible. And yeah, thank you so much, everybody who's here. Everyone that I can see on my screen now: Tiger Naku, Killjoy, Anthony, AK, Brooke, Chris, Daggy, Tobias Shell, Dan Erickson, Matthew Warbington, and I'm probably missing a lot of names. Carrie Marshall, everybody who has been in here, Makeru ASMR, Son Goku, Jace the Jouster, random video game player, Nacho Taco, Matthew Warmington, Act Arc 11, everybody who's here, Grogu the Hut, Doctor Was Up. I'm just like naming people as they comment. So thank you for being here, and thank you to Stream Elements for doing what Stream Elements does best. All right. Thank you guys so much. I'll talk to you later, and bye-bye. Oh, Ray Bjakamp says take care. Oh, and SC Thornhider says look up Gallon Breast Milk Challenge, please. That sounds like something I shouldn't be looking up. But I don't know. We'll see. Anyways, thank you guys so much for coming, and bye-bye.